Estimates show that the world's population will reach a staggering 8.3 billion by 2030, increasing to 9.3 billion by 2050. This population growth will occur predominantly in the developing economies of the world, which will house the bulk of the estimated population by 2050. As these economies develop, their demand for more food and protein will have to be met by increased output. Africa's countries are part of these emerging economies, and although at various stages of development, the majority still need to establish the methods and capacity to meet not only their food needs, but also to supply safe food for their people.
As AFMA, we strive to develop and to maintain a profitable and sustainable feed industry which acts responsibly within the total food chain, that by supplying safe feed to our customers, which will eventually ensure safe food to the consumer. To adhere to our vision, AFMA has gone the route of moving more and more towards self-regulation in our own industry. This entails putting in place numerous protocols and code of practices in different areas of animal feed manufacturing. By implementing these quality and management measures, as well as the company's own quality assurance programs, the AFMA members will most certainly be able to deliver safe feed for safe food.
The AFMA of today had its origins as an informal association of members after the drought and Great Depression of the 1930s. The circumstances of the day stimulated scientific thought in South Africa about the feeding of production animals. The Balanced Feed Manufacturers Association was established in 1945 to represent the interests and be the official mouthpiece of the feed industry. This association became known as the Animal Feed Manufacturers Association, AFMA, in 1988 and registered as an Article 21 not-for-profit company. So, for 65 years, AFMA has been standing its ground in the local and international arena to fulfill its vision of developing a world-class and sustainable animal feeds industry in South Africa. As the representative industry body, AFMA and its members are therefore responsible role players within the food value chain, ensuring that feeds are produced and delivered in accordance with its commitment to safe feed for safe food. AFMA's role as the industry body includes a diversity of disciplines, ensuring that AFMA fulfills its role as a leading agricultural body within the livestock and animal feed industries. This entails interaction with government departments on legislative matters, which have a direct impact on the feed and related industries. Liaising with local and international agencies on feed-related matters. Identifying the influencing factors which have a direct and indirect impact on costs to the industry, as well as identifying economic and business threats or opportunities for the sector. AFMA communicates with members and global feed-related bodies. It supplies management information to members and related role players in the feed value chain, and undertakes skills development for industry personnel. AFMA hosts the secretariat of numerous industry working committees on a variety of industry matters that form the core of AFMA activities and provide guidance for it. Members are represented by their specialists in the disciplines of animal nutrition on these working committees, which create a pool of knowledge and experience that is available to AFMA to address any feed-related matters. The association's membership comprises the most prominent value chain partners in the animal feed provision sector in South Africa, and AFMA is regarded internationally as the powerhouse of this industry in Africa. AFMA represents 52 members and 43 associate members. AFMA is a member of the International Feed Industry Federation, IFIF, and has, since 2008, taken up its regional responsibilities by embracing key manufacturing role players from countries in the Southern African Development Community, SADC, with Botswana's NutriFeeds and Swaziland's Crane Feeds being the first of these. Feed produced by AFMA members represents the majority of South Africa's feed production, with a 90% market share of all compound livestock feeds. Sales amounted to 5.3 million tonnes in 2008-2009, one of the largest agricultural subsectors in the economy, with a gross turnover value of plus-minus 15 billion rand, about $2 billion or 1.4 billion euros. AFMA members are the #1 preferred suppliers to the South African poultry industry, which ranks as the country's largest single agricultural segment, with production worth 37 billion rand at retail level. The balance of AFMA production is delivered to the dairy, beef and sheep, pig and other livestock industries. AFMA is the largest maize consumer grouping, utilizing a third of the 10 million tonnes domestically consumed annually in the country. The balance is made up of proteins and smaller feed ingredients.
The international feed and animal production environment is a very dynamic one and is exposed to a variety of global influences. Amongst them is the demand for increased efficiencies, meeting the requirements of improved livestock genetics, and managing volatility of input costs. South African market for animal feed is a first world sophisticated environment that demands high standards with emphasis on feed performance and safety. Our clients are exposed to competitive animal product imports, and we play an important role to help keep them profitable. AFMA members pride themselves on having an extremely high standard relative to the international industry. Our level of technical expertise, manufacturing facilities, quality of feed and safety standards can be compared with the best in the world.
Although not prescriptive of the format or size of any of its members, AFMA does prescribe a set of legal, technical and quality requirements for members to comply with. These are reflected in the AFMA Code of Conduct. Any new member joining AFMA is only awarded full membership status after being audited in accordance with this Code of Conduct by an independent outside auditing authority to establish its adherence. The auditing methodology is centered on ensuring feed safety without regard to the size or technological advancement of any new applicant for membership. Feed safety is the process of producing feed in accordance with all legal requirements and by applying internationally accepted quality control systems, of which the GMP is the minimum. This results in the production of safe feed, which will eventually produce safe food for the consumer. Feed safety is enhanced by additional quality assurance programs, such as the widely respected ISO and HACCP, which are applied by the majority of members. By continuously keeping abreast of latest international developments regarding feed safety technical requirements and the international feed regulatory environment, the AFMA Technical and Liaison Committee acts as the watchdog of industry by collectively pooling their knowledge and expertise on these critically important matters. The AFMA Technical and Liaison Committee has additionally put in place a number of codes of practice and protocols. AFMA places a high premium on information and technology transfer on both an international and local industry level. Internationally, most AFMA members are engaged in international technology agreements with the leading technology partners in the field of animal nutrition, such as Cargill, Nutrico, and Provimi. Locally, AFMA members have their own technology or nutrition committees where the latest technology and information are discussed and implemented on a continuous basis. AFMA further enhances technology and information transfer by facilitating, publishing or hosting the AFMA Matrix, one of the leading industry magazines published quarterly and distributed to more than 2,500 readers. The AFMA website, www.afma.co.za, which is an information sharing tool for the industry. AFMA Student Symposia, to expose students to the industry. AFMA Workshop for non-production members. The AFMA Annual Technical Symposium, which remains the technical highlight on the feed calendar. Ad hoc workshops. AFMA Forum, a prestigious international feed conference which is the largest in Africa and held every 3 years. As a national organization and on behalf of the industry, AFMA makes annual awards to acknowledge extraordinary services rendered to the industry as part of its social responsibility towards investment in human capital for the industry's future. AFMA, ensuring safe feed for safe food.